Hey everybody! Today I'm going to be doing a very highly requested video. It's a frequently asked questions video on tongue piercing. And I'm also going to go through what to expect as well. I asked you guys on my Facebook. If you don't follow me on Facebook, the link is down below. What are your questions about tongue piercings if you guys have any questions? And you guys asked a lot and I took the most asked ones and I'm going to do a video on it right now. I'm going to do what to expect first. I know that every experience will be different, but basically for me, this is what happened. I went to the piercing place and I told them that I wanted a tongue piercing. You sign a bunch of papers. Depending on where you live, the consent to get a piercing may be different. So your parent might need to sign for you, so just keep that in mind, phone ahead and ask what the age is. You sign papers and then you go into the piercing room. They explain to you the piercing and how they're gonna pierce it, how to clean it, when you can change it, how long healing time is. They'll explain everything like that to you. What happened to me is you get mouthwash so that it cleans out your mouth because they can't really disinfect it like they would with an ear piercing, belly button piercing, and so forth. So you mouthwash it and then spit. It feels like being in the dentist, honestly. They give you like a little bib kind of to catch drool or blood, depending on what happens, or both. They tell you to stick out your tongue, then they put the clamps on and they see where your tongue web is and how they're gonna be able to pierce it. Then they will mark it and then say to you, do you like where that spot is? And you look and you say yeah or no, I like it a little bit up, a little bit more down. Put the clamps on, they make sure that they're on and secure. Tell you to take a deep breath in and the piercing's gone. Piercing is so quick, it's just doop, and then they get the jewelry and whoop, and then they screw on the ball. Piercing itself is very, very quick. Then you have a tongue piercing. And that's pretty much what to expect while getting it pierced. To me, it felt like being in the dentist. Now I'm going to go into the questions that you guys have. So I took the most asked ones and there's 23 most asked questions. Number one is how do you eat and not swallow it? A lot of you guys are asking that. How do I eat? The first few weeks it was a little bit difficult to eat. It felt very strange to eat actually, but just like anything, if you have it long enough, you will get used to it. I felt like it was really big for my mouth, so it was a little bit hard to eat. I would eat very slow. Things like spaghetti would get like wrapped around it and I'd be like, eh. But that was only for the first little while until you got used to it. Now I barely even notice it's there because it has been 7-ish years since I've had it done, so I'm used to it now. I don't even notice it when I eat. And how do you not swallow it? Well, the balls are pretty secure, so it has to be in your mouth all the time, so they're made to stay in your mouth and not fall out. Check your jewelry, make sure it's screwed into place every so often. Number two, how long did it take to get used to eating with it? I would say about 2 weeks. I mean, after a week, you're like, yeah, I get the hang of this now, but after 2 weeks, you're completely used to it. That's what happened to me. Everybody's different, but that's for me. Number three, how much did it hurt? To me, it didn't hurt. It was so quick. There's no cartilage in your tongue. Tongue's just like a big floppy muscle. So, and when they compress it with the clamps, it goes very small. So it's just like a tiny little thing to pierce. It was one of my most painful piercings. It was very quick and not painful. However, I do have a very high pain tolerance. Not many things hurt me. I've had many, many tattoos and piercings and dealt with a lot of pain. I have the hiccups, I'm sorry. Everybody will be different. Everybody has different pain levels and pain tolerance and different pressure points and nerve endings. It also does have a lot to do how gentle a piercer is, with how they know what they're doing, how quick they are. So all of that comes into play. However, it does swell up, and I know I'm gonna get to this in the questions, but it does swell up a lot. That is what hurts. It does hurt because your tongue is so swollen and you can't eat and can't do anything, but that is the most painful in my opinion. Number four is how do you brush your tongue? Well, I don't see any difference. When I first got it, it was a little bit sore naturally, so when I would brush, I just brush around. But now because it's completely healed, obviously, I don't even know it's there. Even when I'm brushing my teeth, I just go all over it. Is it true you talk differently? The second that I got out of the piercing studio place, my mom said something to me and I had a major lisp. So when I got out of the piercing place, yes, I talked completely differently and I couldn't help it because there's something foreign in your mouth and it's so big and you're not used to it. But after a few days, after actually when the swelling went down, my voice and my speech went right back to normal. So yes, you do talk differently depending on your swelling and the piercing barbell size, but it does go away. Well, it should. How long does it stay swollen? Again, it's gonna be different for everybody, but for me, it was about a week. I've heard people say they've only had it last a couple days being swollen. You can take Tylenol to reduce the swelling or put ice cubes or eat cold popsicles. I don't like taking pills or medication or anything like that, so I avoided that, but I did use a lot of ice cubes and it didn't really help that much. So for me, it was about a week. How old were you when you got it? I was 15 almost 16. So yes, I was young. My parents signed for me because I had always wanted it. That's my favorite piercing even still to this day. If I took out all my piercings, the tongue would be the one that would stay. Because I just love it. It's something that I like. It's just something I personally love. So I've had it for about 7 years. This is a very similar question to question number 1, but is it hard to eat with? Again, at the beginning, it was a little bit difficult to eat with, but currently now, no, not at all. My tongue piercing doesn't restrict me from eating any foods. I can still eat all the same foods, and no, it's not hard. What does the hole look like without the jewelry? A lot of people were asking this. I never thought that that would be one of the most frequently asked questions. That's what it looks like. It feels weird when I take it out. I feel like I do talk differently when I take it out. Like I can't control my tongue almost because I'm so used to having the jewelry in there. Yes, but to put it back in, may as well just show. One thing, it's not one of these frequently asked questions, but it's something that I get asked here on YouTube. Whenever I show my tongue piercing, people always look at this tooth right here and automatically assume that this tooth was chipped because of my tongue piercing. Not true, completely false. I don't know why people assume things and make ridiculous comments like that. This tooth was chipped when I was 7 years old and I was swimming in a swimming pool. I've told this story many times already, but I was swimming in a swimming pool with my dad and I wanted to show off for him, so I dove to the bottom, not knowing it was very shallow, and when I came up from the bottom, I smashed my whole teeth on the bottom of the pool. When I came back up, I smiled. My dad's like, oh no, your tooth's gone. That's how I chipped this tooth. So no, my tongue ring has never chipped any of my teeth in any way possible. It has nothing to do with it. My teeth are just like this because they are. For no reasons because of the tongue ring, so please don't assume. Don't know, ask. Does it hurt your teeth? For me personally, no, it doesn't. My piercer pierced it in a way that it doesn't hit my teeth when I talk. If I wear bigger jewelry, tongue jewelry, like I used to have these dice barbells, they're big dice. They were so big that when I did talk, they did hit against my teeth. They didn't hurt my teeth, but I didn't like it and I felt like it was gonna chip them eventually. So I just switched to normal sized ones and smaller ones, and no, they don't even hit my teeth at all when I talk. So for me, no, it doesn't hurt my teeth. What do you not like about it? I like that question. A lot of you guys were asking that as well. The thing I don't like about it is people look at it and automatically assume. I hate when people assume, first of all, because if you don't know, ask. But some people just assume that people get tongue piercings for sexual purposes. I was 15 when I got it, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't thinking like that at all. And still to this day, I don't. It has nothing to do with that. I personally like it. I don't get something for other people. Like, I don't do anything visually for anybody. I'm not gonna wear a bracelet or my hair or get a piercing for somebody or not for somebody. I don't care what people think about me. It's what makes me happy, and I loved it, and I still do. That's probably one thing I don't like about it, is people just assuming that it's for one reason. Do you have an indent on the roof of your mouth? No, no, I don't have an indent. I go to the dentist regularly, and I think he would have told me if I did. Is it really hard to chew gum? Honestly, the first like 3 months, I couldn't chew gum because when I would chew it, it would get stuck all around it. It was just horrible. Like, I couldn't. I had to like pretty well reteach myself how to chew gum with a tongue ring. Other people that doesn't happen for, like I said, everybody's different, but for me, it was so hard to, that was the only thing that was really hard, was to start chewing gum again. Are they fun to play with? Yes. I am always playing with it. I'm always twirling it around. I always bite it here, like this. Does food get stuck in it? No, I've only had one food item get stuck in it ever, and it was only one time. Rice. Like, it was probably 6 months after I had got it done. I was eating rice one day, and then 2 rice particles got stuck in the hole. That's what she said. But really, and I just took it out and they just plopped out. It's never happened since, and I don't know why. It's only happened once, but no. Are you scared of it falling out? No, I'm not scared of it falling out, because I always have backup barbells and balls in my bags. Where do you get your jewelry from? Claire's and Ardene's are my #1, just because I live in a city that we don't have a lot of different tongue piercings or even any body jewelry, any funky ones. You can get them at the piercing places, but they're boring. They're just like silver. So also when I go to the States, I love Hot Topic and Spencer's. Those are my favorite for body jewelry. They have the cutest ones. And this one right now, just the top, that heart I got on eBay. Does it feel weird when you take it out? Yes, like I was just explaining when I had it taken out. It does feel a little bit weird because I'm not used to it being taken out. Does it ruin your teeth? That's what a lot of people automatically assume with tongue rings, and yes, they can. For me, it hasn't as of yet. It may in the future, it may not. Mine was pierced in a way where it doesn't hit my teeth like I was saying before. It can chip your teeth, it can give you receding gum lines, it can wear off your enamel, all of that. I do advise asking your dentist if your teeth are all right, if what he recommends about the tongue ring and how it's affecting your teeth. But yes, it definitely can ruin your teeth, and it has ruined people's teeth. Do you talk differently? I think I already answered this. Yes, I put this question twice, so I guess there's only 22 questions. I guess it was really highly requested. Did your tongue swell? Yes, it did. I kind of answered this while I was saying what to expect, but yes, your tongue does swell. And it's different swelling for everybody, but mine swelled the size of my whole mouth, and it was impossible to eat or talk or do anything. Do you bite it? Not anymore, like I say, because I'm used to it. I know where it is, and I know how long it is. But for the first, I think, few months, I would bite it a lot by accident. And the last question is, why did you get it? I got it because I love it. I love the look of it. When I was little, I would always draw pictures of a face, and then the tongue would be pierced. And I'd be like, look what I drew. I love how it looks in my mouth. I love playing with it. I love the different jewelry and the sparkles you can get and the colors, and I just love it. It's just a little showcase for my mouth. Those are all the questions. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want me to make more piercing, because I've had and have a lot of different types of body piercings, if you guys like this video, thumbs it up and let me know down below. And you can request other piercing videos for me to do if this is something you like. And I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!